Wow, hi kitty. What a wonderful, beautiful Friday afternoon here in Carlisle Lake, huh? What do you say? Feels good out, huh? I'm gonna check on the other girls in the shed. Okay, I'm coming, cats. Oh, hey, Majik. Hey, Tiny. Hey, baby and Bubby. Hi, black kitties on Friday the 13th. I love you. Where's your food? Got your good old surfing turf. Good old Friday evening. Good old cat. It's great. Love it. What was that? What was that? Is that you, Majik? Blair? Alright, I don't know what that was, guys. I love you. I gotta go plan dinner tonight, too. I love you, kitties. Bye.
Mr. Boo.
Hey everybody, it is I, Mr. Boo, the Entertainment Guru, Mr. Boo, Entertainment Guru, right here on YouTube, and I'm right here outside enjoying a wonderful, beautiful evening on Friday the 13th. In fact, it is the second out of 3 that we get this year in 2026, and I'm here outside at Crystal Lake. Well, I'm just going to give it to you straight about Crystal Lake. I'm going to give it to you straight about Jason Voorhees. I'm going to give it to you straight about this Peacock series, this prequel to the Friday the 13th movie franchise. Let's get into it. We've got some screenshots. We've got some info. And as always, you can always leave comments about how you feel about Crystal Lake. Do you want to see a prequel, or do you just want to see the man do the man's thing and take down all those teenagers and adults and anyone else who crosses the path at his good old Camp Crystal Lake? Let's get into it. Because right here it says, Crystal Lake is an upcoming American slasher television series developed by one Brad Caleb Kane. It is based on the Friday the 13th film franchise, and it serves as a prequel television series. It serves as a prequel to Friday the 13th from 1980, and it stars Linda Cardellini, right there, in the leading role as Pamela Voorhees, along with Callum Vinson as a young Jason Voorhees. A young Jason Voorhees, okay? Here's the plot. The TV series is a prequel focusing on the origins of the Friday the 13th story, the original one in 1980, where Mama did Mama's thing because Mama was done with those camp counselors not paying attention to those kids because he was a good boy, but he wasn't a good swimmer. But he was a good boy, remember that. Watched her get beheaded, grew up, we all know the story. It's Jason. So, it's also produced by A24, and it is a Peacock Crystal Lake TV series. And with that said, it has officially, it says it is officially finished filming as of late October of 2025, last year. The Friday the 13th prequel is led by showrunner, again, Bob Caleb Kane. And it wrapped production for a planned this year, 2026, release. And once again, the stars are Linda Cardellini as Pamela Voorhees and Callum Vinson, again, as a young Jason Voorhees. We also know that the expected series length for season 1, well, it's a disappointing 8 episodes, but how much could you really put into a prequel to Mama Voorhees doing Mama Voorhees' thing? I mean, could you do a season 2? My thoughts on this, as we also show some pictures up here of the production and some of the released or leaked photos of the set or show itself, My thoughts on it are, if it's done right, if it's done good, then you're not going to have a problem with keeping my attention, because I would like to know the story leading up to what really happened. We do know the boy drowned. We do know he was a, better for worse term, or I don't even know, a politically incorrect term nowadays in woke America would be, we know he was a mongoloid. He was a more woke statement. He was indeed special needs. He did have some forms of disability going on. They didn't watch him. They were off doing their drugs, smoking their dope, drinking their liquor, partying, listening to music, amongst other adult things, and not paying attention to the children. And we know that it kind of looked like he may have just fell in or went swimming, didn't go get his mom, and drowned. And in Freddy vs. Jason, it kind of looked like he was maybe bullied into the water while, the so-called camp counselors were frolicking around with each other in between the sheets. So we do know that up until Friday the 13th in 1980, there was some water poisoning going on. There were electrical problems. And there was, of course, the 1980 slaying that Mrs. Voorhees did, where she unfortunately, left everyone. She unfortunately left everyone dead, but at the end lost her head. And apparently, as it's said, and I believe part 4, and again in like Freddy vs. Jason, and again in the remake in 2009, that he saw this happen. He witnessed it. He grew up in the woods. He sought his revenge. 2 months later, he got the survivor that downed his mother. And we went there for 2, 3, 4, 5 don't count. That was a paramedic. 6, 7, 8, 9, which, he finally went to hell. Then Freddy vs. Jason, Jason X, and the god-awful 2009 remake. But what do you think? Put in the comments down below, how do you think this series could go? Could it go more than one season? Will it be interesting enough to see what really happened there? Could we get a season 2 that maybe shows how Jason got to be the overall sack-headed Jason with the pickaxe in part 2? I think that would be cool. If we're going to tell the story of Pamela Voorhees, where she went around and maybe there were some missing people, maybe she started doing things before 1980, but she really wasn't that involved in like hurting people, but maybe it'll actually go into where the season finale is kind of, he's already gone, he's drowned, she's snapping, she hears him in his head. Maybe we'll finally realize what Jason is, or what is telling her, kill, 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 mom, kill her, mommy, kill her. And she's talking back, I will, Jason, I will. Maybe we're finally going to get to see her snap. Maybe we're finally going to see her psychosis up to the point of being overly protective of Jason, and then he drowns and she just can't handle it and she snaps. Then maybe we could see what she does prior to her slaying all those counselors. And then part 2, season 2, could lead into a whole new movie, because we could then make a prequel series of sack-headed Jason in the overalls with the pickaxe up until the second movie. And then we can finally maybe get some sort of requel or reboot and see the man get his iconic mask and go from there. I trust in A24. I do trust in Peacock, because I watched the show Ted, and it does the movies justice. Do you think? Comment down below. Again, I have to discuss this with somebody. Comment down below. What do you think? Is A24 and Peacock going to bring it? Or are they going to drown in the lake, never to be seen or heard from again until they try to revive something else years later? There was a boy in the lake, ma'am. There was no boy. If you like what I do here and you want to support the channel, go ahead and stab the like button. Go ahead and smash the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified for more videos on anything and everything, all entertainment, then by all means, go ahead and smush that notification bell. I've been Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru, and as always, thought I heard something. Anyway, as always, until next time, I am out.